Now that you've seen how to make changes public by sharing them on GitHub, I want to show you a workflow you can use to get feedback on your changes to a project before you update the master branch. As an example, here is the recipes repository, both locally on my own computer and on my fork on GitHub. If I have a change I want Sarah's feedback on, then first I'll make that change locally in a separate branch. Next, I'll push that change to my fork. Now my change is shared on GitHub, so Sarah can see it, but it's not in the master branch. That way, if Sarah finds a problem with my change when she reviews it, I won't have broken master. Next, I'll use a feature of GitHub called pull requests that make it easy for Sarah to see exactly what I've changed and leave comments. When we're both ready, I'll merge this change into the master branch. Right now, I want to change the cake recipe to use canola oil instead of vegetable oil, since it's healthier. First, I'll make a new branch called Different Oil. Then I'll check out that branch, and I'll go ahead and make the change. Now I want to show Sarah the changes I've made, so I'll add them, commit them, and push them. Note that this time I'm running git push origin different oil to push the different oil branch instead of master. Now that I've pushed my branch, it's possible to see it on GitHub. To see what branches exist, I can choose this drop-down, and I can see that right now I'm looking at the master branch, and here's the different oil branch that I just pushed. This list of branches is the same list I would see if I ran git branch on the repository on GitHub, so only branches that I've pushed to GitHub will show up. To see what the files look like on the different oil branch, I can click on it, which is analogous to running git checkout. Sarah could also do this, and then view the commit history to see what changes I've made. Instead though, I'm going to create a pull request for my changes. I'll go back to the main page for the repository, and I could click the compare and pull request button here since I just pushed the branch recently. But if I'd pushed it less recently and that button wasn't there, then I would check out this branch, scroll down a little, and click pull request. By default, GitHub assumes I want to merge my changes into the original repository, which is Larry's repository. But instead, I want to merge my changes into the master branch of my own fork. So I'll scroll to the right and click edit, and now I can change the base fork to cbucky-uda/recipes. Now I'll scroll down and to the right and click create pull request. Now GitHub makes a view that shows all of the commits that are present in this pull request and all of the changes that have been made. If I go back up to the repository and scroll to the right, I can also see a list of all pull requests. So Sarah can check this list and see that I'd like to merge these changes into master. Now I'll turn you over to Sarah while she looks at my pull request.
Since I'm watching Caroline's fork of the recipes repository, I got an email notifying me when she made a pull request. I can click through in this email to see the pull request on GitHub. You might be wondering why these are called pull requests. Caroline initiated this request, but she's not asking to pull anything. She's trying to merge one of her changes into master. Or you might think of this as her trying to push into master. So why is it called a pull request? It's because she's requesting that I pull her branch into the master branch. Another good name for this might be a merge request, but pull request is what GitHub picked, so we'll go with that. So Caroline wants me to merge her different oil branch into the master branch. Since the master branch is the main branch and is what people will see when they first come to the repository, I want to make sure that it really looks good before actually doing the merge. Alright, it looks like she just changed vegetable to, canoles? I think she meant canola, based on the name of the pull request. I don't really want to merge this in because it has a spelling error. That would probably be confusing if anybody was looking at this later. So instead of merging it now, I'm actually going to leave a comment. I could put my comment here, commenting on the whole change, or I could do an inline comment here. I think I'll choose that option. At this point, I'll go back to the main pull request. If there were more commits, I could look at them here. But since there's only one, I don't need to look at anything else. If I had decided that the change was good and ready to be pulled in right now, I could have pressed this Merge Pull Request button. This will only appear when the merge could go through without a conflict, so it's a nice indicator to the person reviewing the changes as to whether or not it's really ready to go. If the change would have created a merge conflict, I would ask Caroline to merge master into her branch first, so that I could see how she resolves the conflict. That way I know that when her code finally does get added to master, there's no chance that something's going to go wrong with a bad merge. Alright, at this point you should go ahead and make the change that Caroline described by creating a new branch off of master and committing a change that switches vegetable oil out in favor of canola. You can make a typo or other mistake on purpose so that you'll have a reason to update the pull request later. But you don't have to. Go ahead and push your new branch to the fork and then use GitHub to initiate a pull request. But make sure not to click the merge button yet.